Hey, third year students, how's it going? In today's lesson, we're going to look at reporting requests and commands. Okay, you might remember this. This is a review lesson. So a while ago now, we did this in Unit 6. Okay, do you remember when we talked about Germany during the Cold War, the Cold War, right? And anyway, we're going to review this, but a different topic today. Okay, so today, think about a type of conversation you have when, for example, you tell someone about a favor that someone asked of you, or you're talking to your classmate about an assignment that a teacher gave you. Okay, this language is very useful for that type of conversation. Okay, so I hope you enjoy the lesson and let's start. Okay, here is one of those tasks. Talk about a job or task someone gave you. Talk for 1 to 2 minutes and consider the following questions in your answer. Who gave you the job or task? When did the person give it to you? What exactly did the person want? How did you feel? Okay, so I'm going to be the student. I'm going to time 2 minutes. I want you to listen for what the job was and two things that the job involved. Okay, are you ready? So start the clock and go. Okay, so my PE teacher asked me to be the football captain. This was when I was 10 years old in the fifth year at school. And he asked me to pick the team and told me not to pick my friends, but to pick the best players. And also, he told me to decide on the formation that we were going to play. Okay, and well, I felt very proud about this. I really loved football, and this was it was an absolute delight to be asked to do this. And so, well, I did what he said. I picked best players or who I thought were the best players in the year. And I remember when we had our first game, and unfortunately we lost. We lost 3-1, but it was against a good team. And I remember I scored my first goal. So we lost 3-1. I scored the one goal for our team from a corner. So the teacher, he asked my friend Chris to take the corner, and I was there in the box, ready to receive it and head it home and goal. I was very happy, of course. And well, yeah. So as I say, I felt really excited about this job of being captain, playing for my school, and the responsibility of organising the players. And it was a great experience for me. I was very happy about it. Okay, how did you do? So first, did you get the job? So I was the captain of the fifth year football team at school. And did you get two things that the this job of captain involved? Well, one was I had to pick the players, okay? And the other thing was I had to decide on the team formation, okay? How we were going to play. All right. Now then, guys, did you notice that I used a reported request and a reported command? So we use reported speech to say what another person said, including requests and commands. And that's what we're focusing on today, requests and commands. Okay, so to report a request, we use ask followed by an object and an infinitive with to. To report a command, we use tell, followed by an object, and an infinitive with to. Examples. Okay, so first with ask. So a request. So imagine the situation. My PE teacher, when I was 10 years old at school, he said to me, "Could you be the captain, Pete?" Okay, that's direct speech. Now, when I report this to you, I said, he asked me to be the captain. Okay, so we have a form of ask, in this case in the past, and then the object, right? Object, me, he asked me, and then the infinitive with to be the captain. Okay, what about with a command? So, again, when I was 10 years old at school, he said to me directly, okay, so could you be the captain? Great, but please don't pick your friends, right? So he wanted me to pick the best players, do you remember? Okay, so when I reported this to you, I said he told me, right, the object, not to pick, infinitive with to, and the not goes usually before the infinitive with to, okay? Now, my friends. Now, remember that when you change direct speech to reported speech, the pronouns can change, right? So don't pick your friends. He told me not to pick my friends, okay? In the same way, could you be the captain, Pete? He asked me to be the captain. So you changes to me in the first example, and your changes to my in the second example. Okay, so let's practice that. Time to practice. Can you write the reported speech for the direct speech? Example, direct speech. Could you play in the midfield, Pete? Okay, reported speech. He asked me to play in the midfield. Right, so remember again, the you changes in this case to me. And then we've got the infinitive with to play. Right. Okay, so that's a request. An example with a command, right? Shoot, Pete! Right. Yeah, so that's the command in direct speech. Reported speech, he told me to shoot, right? So infinitive with to, me is the object, right? He told me to shoot. I did shoot. I scored, and I went crazy. It was a great goal. Anyway, okay, your turn. So, can you do 1 to 4? Right? Yes. So the same thing. Direct speech, reported speech. So start with he each time because we're talking about my PE teacher. Okay. So pause the video. Yeah, take 3 to 4 minutes, right? And then we'll check together. Okay, how did you do? Number 1. Could you pick the team, Pete? Okay, so is that a request or a command? It's a request, right? Has a question mark. Yeah, so it's not a command, but a request. Okay, so he asked me, right? He asked me the object. The you changes to the me. He asked me, infinitive with to pick the team. Okay. Number 2. Decide on the team formation, Pete. Okay, that's an imperative. That's a command, right? So he told me, right? Infinitive with to, so object me, infinitive with to, so it's to decide on. right? And the rest is the same, yeah, the team formation. Okay, number 3. Prove me wrong, boys. So a little context. We played another game, which was against a very strong team, stronger than the first team. And he said to us, boys, I don't think you're going to win this game. The other team are too good, right? But prove me wrong, right? Show me that you can win, yeah? So he, again, imperative, prove me wrong. He told, now, in this case, he's talking to us, right? So it's not only me, but us, right? So he told us, the boys, right? That's the object. And then infinitive of 2, to prove, and he said, prove me wrong. So then he told us to prove him wrong. All right. Do you see how that changes? Okay. Finally, number 4. Could you take the corner, Chris? That's a request, right? Again, there's a question mark. This could you we often use for requests. Okay, so therefore he asked. Okay, you could say he asked Chris, or what about a pronoun? He asked him, right? So that's the object. Now, infinitive with 2, to take, right? To take the corner, okay? And that's it. Okay, students, it's your turn now, okay? So, I want you to record a talk for 2 minutes, okay? Talk about a job or task someone gave you, right? Okay, answer the same questions in your talk and give other information, right? And I want you to include at least, I want you to report at least one request and at least one command. Okay, so he or she told me to, he or she asked me to. Okay, so somewhere in your talk, at least one command and at least one request. Okay, so record it and then send the link to my email and a copy also, so the same link to the group email. Okay, and I hope you enjoyed the lesson today, and I hope to see you again soon. Okay, bye bye.